Welcome back to the Little Growth Podcast. I'm your host, Damson, and today we are going to kill a lie. I know most of us have grown up with this belief. We have been raised to think about it in this way. And we've been told that the smartest person in the room, that is, the one with the high IQ and the one with the fancy degree, is the one who is going to win. But look around. How many geniuses do you know who are stuck in the same job they had 5 years ago? How many brilliant people have personal lives that are a total mess? Here's the truth. We are not coming onto this episode, and I'm not coming onto the podcast show today to troll or to make fun of smart people. The truth is, smart is good. But emotional intelligence is better. It's the difference between a tool and a hand that knows how to use it. Basically, being intelligent, it's a tool. But having emotional intelligence means you know how to use that tool. So, research shows that about 85% of all your success comes from your human engineering. Your ability to lead, your ability to connect, your ability to control yourself in high-pressure situations. The other 15% is from technical knowledge. Now, today I want us to break down 10 ways that you can boost your emotional intelligence. I understand when people think that intelligence quotient and emotional quotient are one and the same thing. Unlike intelligence quotient, which is something that you're born with, the EQ, the emotional quotient, is a muscle that you can work on over time and it can improve. So, these are the 10 ways that I have come up with to help you boost that. No fluff, just the facts. Now, let's get right into it. Number 1, we have the label to cable rule. Most people just say they feel bad. Most people just say they feel stressed. And that's very vague. If you want to control your feelings, you have to name them specifically. So you're trying to shift the internal conversation. You're trying to make it simpler for you to understand. Instead of saying, I'm mad, ask yourself, am I frustrated or am I disappointed? Scientifically, when you give an emotion a specific name, you shift the power from the emotional part of your brain to the logical part of your brain. You shift the power, the focus. You shift the focus from the amygdala The amygdala is the one that's processes fears. You move the power from the amygdala to the prefrontal cortex, the one that's important of processing logical thoughts. And what you're doing at that point, when the power shifts, is you disconnect the cable of the emotional explosion. So you stop being the anger. You stop being the worry. You stop being the anxiety. Rather, you start to observe it. Number 2, the 90-second rule. Now, we tend to think that anger, sadness, anxiety, we tend to think that those emotions last the entire day. But it doesn't. Science shows that the chemical surge of an emotion only lasts for 90 seconds. Now, facts are, if you are still fuming over something that has happened after 10 minutes, then it's because you are choosing to keep the fire going by thinking about what happened over and over and over and over again. To make sure that you boost your emotional intelligence, when you get triggered, wait 90 seconds before speaking. 90 seconds, that's 1 minute and 30 seconds. Wait that long. Let the chemicals wash out of your system first. Number 3, check your body's warning lights. Truth of the matter is, your body reacts to stress before your brain does. It reacts to stress, it reacts to emotion before your brain does. And that is something that's called interoception. So, do a quick body scan whenever you're feeling, whenever something happens. Do you feel your shoulders are up to your ears? Is your jaw tightening? Are you clenching your jaw? Or are you holding your breath? Is your heartbeat or your heart rate going faster than normal? If you catch the physical tension early, you can breathe through it before it turns into a mental meltdown. Number 4, stop waiting for your turn to talk. Most people don't listen. They always just wait for a gap so they can start talking again. And Stephen Covey famously said, most people listen with the intent to reply, not to understand. So, in your next conversation, can be with your workmate, can be with your classmate, can be with your friend, pretty much anyone. Wait 2 seconds after the other person stops talking before you say anything. Whatever you wanted to say first, wait. You'll be amazed at how much more people will tell you when you give them a little bit of silence. And you come to realize that silence is a power move. Number 5, be a mind detective. Empathy isn't just about feeling sorry for people. It's about understanding why they do what they do. So, when someone is being very difficult, ask what must be going on in their life for them to act this way. This turns whatever frustration that you're feeling into curiosity. It's hard to be angry at someone when you're busy trying to solve the puzzle of their behavior. So, be a mind detective. Number 6, use the WAIT rule. WAIT. This is a simple acronym to save your career and to save your relationships. So, wait. Why am I talking? So, before you send a spicy text, before you put up your hand to speak in a meeting, ask yourself if you're talking to add value or if you're talking just to feed your ego. If it's just your ego, shut up. You're losing at that moment. You're not adding anything more. You're just making things worse. Number 7, you are the thermostat. Now, we are social creatures by default. So that means that our emotions have a high influence on other people's temperaments. What I'm saying is, emotions are contagious. Practically, if you walk into a room with a bad attitude, you're carrying all the stress that got you into feeling the way that you're feeling at that moment, and you come in with it. You are going to infect everyone else. Literally. So, you are either a thermometer meaning you just reflect the mood around you, or a thermostat. You set the mood. Being someone of a high emotional quotient means that you choose the temperature of the room. Walk in, gauge the temperature of the room, and that's the temperature that you take. That's the vibe that you go with. Or better yet, set the mood to be better. So, being emotionally intelligent means that choose the temperature of the room. If you're walking in and everyone is sad, then I guess that's what we are going with for today. So just set your temperature at that. If you walk into the room and everyone is excited, everyone is happy, everyone is enjoying themselves, don't let your bad day be something that ruins that. Number 8, use I statements not you accusations. Stop saying you make me feel. Stop saying that. Nobody has the power to make you feel anything without your permission. So, this means that when something happens and you're opening up to someone about what has happened, say, I feel frustrated when this happens. This generally stops people from getting defensive and keeps the focus on solving the problem instead of a back and forth where one person is blaming the other. Number 9, build radical boundaries. You can't have high emotional intelligence if you're a people pleaser. You can't claim to have a high emotional quotient if you are a doormat. Being a doormat is not being nice. It's being emotionally dishonest. So, saying no to the things that don't serve you, saying no to the things that drain your energy is an EQ skill. It shows that you respect your time and your energy. And the truth is, if you don't respect yourself, nobody else will. They will just see that as an opportunity to overstep their boundaries, overstep your boundaries, and make you feel uncomfortable without them even realizing that you are uncomfortable. Because you have no boundaries. You have no limits. You have no levels. You don't have a moment where you say, this is enough. So, to build your EQ, to build your emotional intelligence, please set boundaries for yourself. And on to the last one for today. Number 10 is the 360-degree mirror. Now, we all have blind spots, and that is true. We are not fully aware of everything that we are doing sometimes. So, when we do the things that do annoy others, sometimes we don't even notice. And that's okay because we are humans. But the challenge for us today, the best way to apply this 360-degree mirror is to get 3 people that you trust and ask them, what is that one thing I do that triggers people? As they're telling you, don't argue. Don't defend yourself. Just listen. That sting that you feel in your ego is actually the feeling of you getting better. So, that's what I had for you today for this episode. Now, we have covered 10 ways to master your mind. But remember, emotional quotient is a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. It's not a soft skill. No. But it is the hardest and most important skill you will ever learn. Now, as the great Maya Angelou said, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Now, here's a little growth challenge for all of us today. Pick one of these 10 tips and use it today, right now, your next conversation. And head over to your Instagram story and take a screenshot of this episode as you're listening to it right now and tag me, little.growth20, and share which one of the 10 tips you're going to use to better your emotional intelligence. And I'll be around to reshare on my story the ones that help us build this community, since we're all working together to build our emotional intelligence, to grow 1% better every day. And I want to leave you with this. You master your mind and you master your life. I'm Damson, and this has been the Little Growth Podcast. Go out there and be the thermostat. I'll see you in the next one.